on the chalk. The Pledge of Allegiance was read several times, and God himself showed up and enacted a flat tax rate across the country. The professor lost his tenure and was fired the next day. He died of a gay plague AIDS and was tossed into the lake of fire for all eternity. Semper Fi.
Let us enter the theatre for tonight's performance.
I sexually identify as Joe Bessie. Ever since I was a boy I dreamed of killing mob bosses and Macaulay Culkin. People say to me that a teenage autist being Joe Bessie is impossible and I am fucking retarded, but I don't care, I am beautiful. From now on I want you guys to call me Joe, Joseph, and Joey, and respect my right to call people Madvac and kill needlessly. My trigger words are Shinebox Funny Guy and go fuck yourself. If you can't accept me you reapaciphobe and need to check your gangster privilege. Thank you for being so understanding. I don't truly understand why idiots can't even play basketball or know anything about it get basketball shoes. Like BRUH, no nigga, you're useless. They get example, Jordans, and I asked them what team was Michael Jordan on. And that person said, HMM, this is a hard question, Red Bulls. I'm just like OML, why do you even bother getting Jordans, you baka? That person responded, it looks nice. That's like buying an IPHONE and you don't know anything about it. Sad face. We were talking about God and my teacher mentioned a perfect being, so I raised my hand and said perfection means no needs or wants, so God, being a perfect being, shouldn't have any needs or wants, yet he wanted to create a universe, and us making him not perfect. Immediately 7 hands go up and my teacher smiles and says, class, this is one of the best arguments against God, so make sure you answer carefully when responding to Jesse, me. The first girl to raise her hand was very religious and said, God didn't want to create us, he created us out of love. My teacher looked at me for a response and I said, love is a want, and speaking of an omnibenevolent being, why does God let innocent people die who have done nothing to deserve their death? Also, why would an all-loving God let 5 million children a year? The whole class went to an uproar and 8 more hands go up. My teacher was loving that someone was actually engaging and stirring up the pot. It started to get way off topic and people started saying ridiculous things like, why haven't we seen a fish walk out of water? Or why bash religion? It causes a lot of good. Then I was asked, why do you defend the Big Bang and what you believe happened? I said, the Big Bang actually has some evidence to prove that something may have happened, and I don't know what happened, because I wasn't there, and I'm sure as hell am not going to speculate or place God into the equation. The class kept trying to debunk the perfect fallacy, yet it always led back to my teacher saying, that is a want or need. My teacher is Christian, but he said, when a good argument comes along, he'll defend it, because it gets people thinking. I have 2 classes with this one guy back to back, and we're pretty cool with each other, but today he sat down next to me and said, I pay for these classes, so I don't need to hear about people's beliefs. I immediately knew it was directed towards me and said, whoa, wait a minute, this is a philosophy class, so you're supposed to debate and have discussions. Our textbook is a group of philosophers proving each other wrong. Plus, the teacher asks us to get involved and share our ideas, and he knows when to cut off a discussion and get back to teaching. Very interesting day.
That's a daisy. Tom Watchley.
We found a suitably flat-headed gentleman for this one. You laugh, ladies and gentlemen, but I assure you that is the case.
You have a flat head, Michael.
What? I have no doubt that you could hazard a guess as to what this one concerns, my friends.
They want another glass of the pale ale.
Our courageous participant hasn't even flinched. Standing a few feet away, our performer expertly throws his knives at the apple, slicing it in two. Will he or won't he?
Drag him out!
That's it! That's I'll do anything you want! Yeah! This is outright uncouth. Having a bit of fun, is it?
Somebody must be after
Is it weak-minded?
Someone take care of this!
the search consumed. Creed forgotten, prey visualized, mouth watering.
Tucked away like.
Does he know people would say,
Well, we weren't quite expecting that. How thrilling it is when life surprises us. I am not finished just yet. Stay right where you are, and the show will
Excuse me,
continue
love. Just looking for the lavatory.
What's over there?
Thanks.
You prefer tragedy to comedy. I knew you had exquisite taste.
Strange man hiding out.
The flavor intensifies the second. I hope you have enjoyed your evening so far, ladies and gentlemen. I know I have. Now, before our final act, I would like to toast all you brave people who joined us tonight to celebrate life and death. Go on! Toast them! Your move, Jacob, my dear! Burn! Burn! Burn!
I'll catch you a flyer! Everyone, try to remain calm.
Don't hide from me, darling. Join. Darling, what a night. The stuff of legends.
Why did you do it? All of it.
What? Snap a baby crow's neck between my thumb and forefinger. Slice to bits the ones you deem innocent. Keep the world in its divine, manic state. For the same reason I do anything. Why not?
So he's the Joker. Got it.
What a nightmare! Damn this place from hell to Hackney.
Order has bred disorder. The sea rises to flood the pubs and extinguish the street lamps. Our city will die. Tupene has failed. Lucy has failed. Brudenell, Elliotson, Pearl. All have gone into the night. It is up to me now. The assassins have brought nature's fury into our homes. Men have become monsters, barreling toward us, teeth out. Our civilization must survive this onslaught. To prevent a return of the Dark Ages, I will start anew. London must be reborn.
The Peace of Eden is under Buckingham Palace. We've got all we need. Let's start planning our infiltration.
Oh good, more of this shit.
Better to get visual verification. If we're gonna move, we need to be 100% sure. We'll only get one shot before Otso Berg crashes down on us.
Fucking British bastard.
We'll position ourselves near the palace, but we'll wait for you to sync the genetic data before we move.
It's all up to you, Initiate.
Hands off the database, you wanker.
You're late. Starrick is making his move. The Peace of Eden is somewhere inside Buckingham Palace.
Let him have it.
I've seen your handiwork across the city. Perhaps
Oh
you should
goodness.
trust my judgment.
I've been killing Starrick's henchmen. What have you been doing?
I didn't realize how white they were.
I have been repairing your mistakes. Too much haste is too little speed.
Don't you quote father at me.
That's Plato. And I am sorry, this doesn't involve anything you can destroy. Father was right, he never approved of your methods.
Father is dead!
Enough! I have just received word from my spies. At the palace ball tonight, Starrick plans to steal the Peace of Eden, and then eliminate all the heads of church and state.
Once more for old time's sake?
And then we're finished.
Agreed. So what's the plan?
Such an unexpected delight to visit you both. What is the news on the street?
Mrs. Disraeli, we have discovered that there is something inside Buckingham
How about
Palace
turning
that
down
could
the pasty
threaten
brightness a
their-
little?
What my sister's failing to say is that we require entrance into the ball tonight.
Impossible! Even if there were any invitation cards remaining, which there are not, someone of your lowly station...
If that damn fool Gladstone is attending this evening, they can have my card. Perfect. Then I'll go alone.
Mrs. Disraeli, if you would be kind enough to inform my darling brother of the location of the Gladstones' residence, perhaps he could use his considerable skills to commandeer their cards.
What fun! Did you hear that, Dizzy? We're going to pinch the Gladstones' invitations.
Thank you for volunteering me, sweet sister.
Oh, a pleasure, brother, dearest. Now, Mrs. Disraeli, if you would excuse me, I must visit with the Maharaja. It occurs to me that he may have a second set of plans to a certain vault.
Benjaminaju is still around, I see.
The nerve of Evie. Treating me like a child.
Yep, I think this is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently. At least I got my gold. Oh good, London got nuked. Whitechapel indeed. Okay, seriously though. See if this works.
You're late. Starrick is making his move. The Piece of Eden is somewhere inside Buckingham Palace.
Let him have it.
I've seen your
There.
handiwork across the city.
Freaking do be soft.
Perhaps you should trust my judgment.
I've been killing Starrick's henchmen. What have you been doing? Let's ask Henry, shall we?
I have been repairing your mistakes. Too much haste is too little speed.
Don't you quote Father at me.
That's Plato. And I am sorry, this doesn't involve anything you can destroy. Father was right, he never approved of your methods.
Father is dead!
Enough! I have just received word from my spies. At the palace ball tonight, Starrick plans to steal the Piece of Eden, and then eliminate all the heads of church and state.
Once more for old time's sake?
And then we're finished.
Agreed. So what's the plan?
Such an unexpected delight to visit you both. What is the news on the street?
Mrs. Disraeli, we have discovered that there is something inside Buckingham Palace that could threaten the...
What my sister's failing to say is that we require entrance into the ball tonight.
Impossible! Even if there were any invitation cards remaining, which there are not, someone of your lowly station...
If that damn fool Gladstone is attending this evening, they can have my card. Perfect. Then I'll go alone.
Mrs. Disraeli, if you would be kind enough to inform my darling brother of the location of the Gladstone's residence, perhaps he could use his considerable skills to commandeer their cards.
What fun! Did you hear that, Dizzy? We're going to pinch the Gladstone's invitations.
Thank you for volunteering me, sweet sister.
Oh, a pleasure, brother, dearest. Now, Mrs. Disraeli, if you would excuse me, I must visit with the Maharaja. It
So
occurs
this
to
Jew
me
is
that he may
spiteful
have a
as
second
well.
set of
I
plans
gotcha.
for a certain vault.
The nerve of Evie. Treating me like a child.
He really is the Joker Hut. No trouble. Well, anyway, Moonman has gone on for long enough. So it may be time to what the fuck is it to play. No, I'm not interested. Anyway. What can I find to end this on? This could do. I fucking hate minions. I got extreme this year on Halloween and threatened any kids and parents wearing minion-related bullshit. I would wave my taser around and tell them to get the fuck off of my property before I lost control of my rage. I ain't breaking no piece off of my Kit Kat bar for you little shits. You're not worth off-brand Tootsie Rolls, bratty fuckers. Your parents are trashed parents. I would ask the non-existent God to save us, but it's too late for that now. I am grateful for this community of individuals. It is nice to know like-minded folks are out there when the end is near. It is nice to not feel so alone. I am going to lose my goddamn shit if I see any minion-related Xmas decor. Glad I didn't sell my weed whacker on Craigslist.com. I will ruin your Xmas if you ruin my Saturnalia, assholes. Edit. I don't understand all the downvotes, you pussies. I thought this was a community of like-minded individuals seeking solace from the storm of minion-related bullshit. If you think my style is too extreme, then you are part of the fucking problem. I feel betrayed and sick. But yeah, copypasta is a realm of bounty. So the Moon Man vanishes off to his place in the night sky, selling McDonald's burgers. So remember, kick a nigger off a roof every day.